Greetings. How's everybody? Good. Yeah, listening to Pisces Kingdom, she brought up a book, The Art of War. Something about people trying to outshine the master. That's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting. And I mean, when you have a lot of that energy in the cards about them trying to take out a light worker, the crown, whatever, with metaphysical means, so that there was no physical evidence. I mean, it's going to be pretty shocking to someone. I hear that 2:30 this morning, they were, oh God, everyone's going to know that I was the demon playing with unalive magic. And that's going to be shocking. That's going to be shocking. I mean, we've been telling you for over a year, and no one seemed to care. No one seemed to care. So, and that's fine. And when I hear that their sole purpose was to try to block out your light so that they could take your blessings and da. That's what it is. Now that they're going to be in the victim mindset that they wanted someone else to be in, you'll know that that's the narcissist's last trick. Simple enough. So that the way it's easy to identify. They're playing the victim. Oh God, look what this person's doing to us. No. Simple enough. There's hours of education on YouTube about how narcissists have entity attachments. Okay, great. There's hours of content. You can go and educate yourself forever on that. Reiki for entity removal? That entity does not want to be removed. Okay, great. Simple enough. And that's the thing, is they have to consent to it. And I'm fine with that. There's plenty of Reiki masters out there that would probably care. Simple enough. Me, I'm more interested in the individual that they tried to take out with magic so that there was no physical evidence. You know, searching, because you've got too many readers that are talking about it. Simple enough. So, I mean, while they're playing the victim, oh God. And that's the thing, is if you know that when you come after God's chosen, those who have chosen the light, if they choose the light and they have reached the crown activation, to hear that energy in the cards, okay, great. That's the person that I'm looking for. Not the ones that tried to slow them down and stop them, that are now, reaping the benefits of what they put out going back on them. I can't do anything about that. God is all that is. Angels, archangels, ascended masters, the divine white light. I should be a clear and infinite channel for your wisdom at this time, for myself as well as those I do readings for. Namaste. And I would have to agree. If Pisces light shattered all their illusions, well, where is that Pisces? I'm looking for that Pisces, right? Because when you have that energy in the cards, that it causes jealousy and envy and greed, and they tried to take that light out. That, to me, that person's way more important than this group that, oh God, we got involved with a conspiracy to unalive. Yeah, you sure did. You sure did. Everything happens for a reason, doesn't it? And now, oh no, the truth is coming out. Right. So how many people followed those individuals? And that was their sole purpose. Oh, we have to get rid of this individual for their blessings, for their investments, all the work that they've already done. We want to slow that down until that person just loses their mind. And now they're losing theirs. Oh no. How sad. Simple enough. We weren't expecting this. Well, now everyone knows that God exists. Look at that. There's a Pisces working with the Most High, you think? And Most High is within each of you. Nothing happens by chance. Everything happens for a reason. There's no such thing as a coincidence. Everything is a co-created experience with the divine. And I mean, it's what it is. If you want to co-create with the divine on a 3D level, great. Then you just give the mob mops. That way they can go handle the disasters in Italy. You give the witches brooms. That way they can sweep up the floors in the nightmare that they created. However, it's very, very important to keep in mind, we will never be able to pass another Thanksgiving. We will never be able to pass another Thanksgiving again without knowing that the major arcana pulled up in the cards, that it was the Pisces Sun Emperor, the twin Gemini Moon, Empress and High Priestess. She also was able to, she said, Pisces, this is insane. You don't ever get all the major arcanas. And I thought, well, yeah, it's just what it is. I mean, when you're dealing with a spiritual sun shapeshifter, it's just what it is. It's energy, and I can mold that shit any way that I want to. Anyway, that I want to. However, I'm looking for that person, and while I'm looking for that person, left brain, right brain, subconscious mind, expect some very paranormal things to happen until I can find that individual. Because it's all about know thyself true. It's all about know thyself true. Simple enough. And when they don't want to give you your flowers, Pisces, just remember the wrath of God will grow flowers on them. It just takes some time. Just takes patience. Takes patience and time. Ooh, to do it, to do it, to do it. Cards in the upright. No, thank you for that, Spirit. What is the predominant question? Yeah, gratitude. Simple enough. Show some gratitude. Now, when I hear that the light causes jealousy, envy, all of these basic curses on their bloodline, because what they put out ends up going back on them. Hearing those things, it's just what it is. There's not much we can do about that as generational curse breakers. But to hear that they had targeted us for our gifts since we were children, that's going to be a shocker, because that's decades of magic backfiring on multiple groups, multiple covens, cults, secret societies. Top row's the 5D moving down into the 3D. Yeah, they didn't use their intuition. Spirit says no intuition was used in the past, so show some gratitude. Bunch of dark hearts. Show some gratitude. Spirit sees higher consciousness. You have it or you don't. Only you can judge you. Show some gratitude. Yep, you can't nurture these individuals. I hear they were sucking energy off of Pisces. Is that true? Were these people really sucking off Pisces, sucking all the energy off of Pisces like a bunch of vampires? Man, to think that would be their biggest flex in a whole group. The whole group was doing that behind closed doors. That's amazing. Show some gratitude. What else do we have? Uh-oh, they're in their emotions. I hear people are throwing stuff, breaking things, fighting amongst each other. And I mean, if the light causes drama and chaos and calamity, and we know that we have this in the bag, and then God comes in and you get the Eastine files. You get the Eastine files for the Island Boys. The Eastine files for the Island Boys. They get released right at the same time before Thanksgiving as the Wang Fook court structure fires. It's just what it is. It's acts of gods. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. And you'll hear Daisy at the door because she had to go outside. We sat down to do her reading. I couldn't even sit. She was already in the lap. So you can go chill outside for a minute. It looks like we have women who can teach you anything from the other side. Now, I heard Dolores's name mentioned in a reading, and that she was sick. She was sick over this because I'm assuming in that reading she was talking about how they had attacked a QHHT practitioner. And their unalive magic was now bouncing off of that protected individual and going back onto the masses. And when you have a legacy that is revolved around healing, and then people get in the way, they try to stop you, they try to delay your progress. So she was sick over it. And that's where Anubis comes into the cards, the protector of the other side. So because these people didn't use their intuition, their manifestations are upside down. Right? And trying to block, when I hear that, they were trying to block, stop, impede Pisces manifestations, co-creating with the divine. And now the divine has given them a spiritual ass whipping. Oh, show some gratitude. Looks like the dark hearts are being supported by unanswered prayers. Imagine that. Imagine that. Show some gratitude. They show some gratitude. It's right here. It's the predominant question. So, higher consciousness, you have that or you don't. And the truth is coming out about that. The truth is coming out about that. Now, the fact that you can't nurture leeches and energy vampires and things of that nature, being supported by women, this is what it is. You got a bunch of leeches being supported by witches. Oh, God. Oh, God, show some gratitude as their emotions flip upside down over money. Simple enough. They're flipping upside down over money. However, you got a friend in me. Being supported by everything being out of balance. And that would be correct. That would be correct. Pisces Kingdom said, shining your light causes chaos and drama. And okay, great. Well, that's not in my reality. That's in their reality. That's their timeline. They're in the in the chaos timeline. Love is all there is, supporting the ascended masters, so, or the masters of their trade, so to speak. Now, show some gratitude because those who don't have intuition, they have now flipped the world upside down, are being supported by spirit. So, however, spirit supports a bunch of people without intuition, that sounds like a haunting to me. It does. It does. However, dark hearts with unanswered prayers, yeah, we'll just be removing that negative energy and showing some gratitude for the works of the wrath of God. So now that higher consciousness, whether you have it or you don't, is being supported by the truth, oh, looks like the master's in the upright. Now, I heard Pisces Kingdom say a book called The Art of War. I've never read it, but she said there was a phrase in there, outshining the master. It's never a good idea to outshine the master. So I'm looking for that individual. I don't want to outshine them. However, I certainly want to locate where they're at. Hey, you know what, man? They're trying to take your crown. They're trying to outshine you as a master. Simple enough. Simple enough. So now that we see a bunch of leeches being supported by women or upside down karmics, it's just what it is. I can't do anything about that. However, no emotions with money has led to bad health. There will be some bad health aspects to that. And that's the thing, if you put out unalive magic and then the unalive magic goes back on you and all involved, it's going to be shocking for some people. However, you got a friend in me. With everything being out of harmony and balance, we did receive some ego deaths. Look at that. So the Ascended Masters are loving it. They're supported by love and the masculine will to keep pushing forward. Now, show some gratitude because no intuition in the past caused upside down manifestations supported by spirits. And look at that. They initiated or attuned to the wrong thing. Show some gratitude because the dark heart's prayers have not been answered, and we will be removing that negative energy with an uneven energy exchange, calling back what belongs to us and returning to others what belongs to them. Higher consciousness, you have it or you don't. Show some gratitude. The truth's out about the master, and it's an earth angel. Look at that. The crown wins by a nose. By a nose. So because leeches are being supported by women that are upside down karmics, yeah, that's what it is. 50-50 chance whether that shit will grow or not. However, show some gratitude because people being in their emotions over money and bad health has led to them losing their power. Imagine that. Imagine that. Show some gratitude. You got a friend in me. And harmony and balance is upside down due to the ego deaths, and boy, are they fighting. There's chaos. There's calamity. There's anger. There's fighting in the background. However, the Ascended Masters are loving it, and these masculines are being supported by no worries. Look at that. Look at that. Final outcome for the 5D, they're not going to change their mind. God is going to wreak havoc on this planet without compassion. The Earth Angel was shown no mercy, so they will be shown no mercy. And families in the upright are seeing that with no worries because we achieve sovereignty and success. Aww. Namaste. I'm going to play with Daisy.